Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake. I don't know. What are we even doing here at this point? We're just hitting 22,000 subscribers casually. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys. This orange hat wearing fella is very thankful for all of you very savory fellas out there. I couldn't think of another word, so fellas was where we went with that again. What is up, Louis Tango? How's it going? I wish Spy Ass, more like, would sell the rights. I feel ya, Louis. I feel ya, dog. Let's hope, man. Let's keep our fingers crossed that something good comes of this Scream 7 sitch. Villain Killin' Dylan is second in that, too. Thanks for being a channel member, Dylan. Appreciate ya. Thank you. My Chunky Jordy's here. Congratulations, Jake. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. 22. One of my favorite numbers. I love it. Julian Perez is saying rips in the chat, please, because my haircut is the worst thing I've ever seen. I am so sorry, Julian. You know, the best part about hair is that it grows back. I had to shave my head one time for a weird little movie I made on this page. And thankfully it grew back because, oh my God, that looks horrible. That was some scary shit for a little while there, dude. Tried to touch it up and everything, and I was like, this just isn't working. I went too crazy with that scene, man. So I hope that it gets better for you, my dude. Old School is throwing some knives out in the chat. Knives out. Little Ryan Johnson there. What's up, Old School? How's it going? Eric Z is saying, happy Monday, Jake. Nothing like a good live stream to kick off the week. Hell yeah, Eric. I love it. Thanks for being here, dog. Thanks for being a channel member. Same to you, Paula, who's just saying hi. Hello, Paula. How's it going? Welcome in. We're gonna talk some Scream in a sec. Just wanna say hi to some of my friends out there. RJ is saying, how about Ghostface in a shopping mall? I don't know if who are some of the OGs who have been on this channel for a little while? I remember there was a whole thing about Scream 5. There was gonna be a sequence in a shopping mall. A whole rumor about that. Nothing came from that. Not even a remote sequence in that film that takes place in a shopping mall. I don't know where that came from. Total BS, I guess. But interesting to talk about nonetheless. Would have been fun to see that, RJ. I would have loved it. Did I see the Deadpool 3 trailer? Yes, it looks sick. I'm very excited for it. I'm so worried that it's gonna be, Disney. It's not gonna be like actual Deadpool, like with the, in your face, a bunch of crazy, nasty shit. It's gotta be a little juvenile. It's Deadpool, man. You can't censor Deadpool. He's the merc with the mouth. It's his whole thing. So I'm a little worried about that. It wasn't as raunchy as I thought, but then again, it is a Super Bowl ad, so how raunchy can they possibly get? They mentioned pegging, so I was like, okay, Deadpool, I'll take it. I'll take a third pegging joke from this franchise. We'll run that back. But I'm excited for it nonetheless. 31 Hollow's Death, or just Andy. Hello, Andy. How's it going? Yo. Welcome in, Andy. Appreciate you. Happy is here too. That's my favorite emotion. What's up, dog? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Congrats. Thanks for being here, my friend. Sinister 5.0 is saying, hey, KillJoy Jake. Hey, 5.0. Welcome in, dog. Love the Terrifier profile picture, by the way. Good stuff. I'll have a little something on Terrifier and Scream tomorrow. Do a little update video on both of those bad boys. Eric saying 22K partay. Yes, love it. Denisha saying, congrats on 22K subs. Thank you so much, Denisha. I appreciate that. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Without all of you wonderful people, thanks for being here. Ella is saying, oh my goodness, I am ready for this live. I have to talk about Long Legs by Oz Perkins. I am so excited. Have you seen the commercial? Yes, very ominous, spooky commercial, Ella. I love it. I am really digging it. I hope it's good. Like Oz Perkins for me is very hit or miss. I wasn't crazy about Gretel and Hansel or whatever. It's shot so well. Like, it's a gorgeous looking film. Don't get me wrong. Acting is fantastic. Story's just a little lackluster. I was just like, I don't know. The ending was cool. That's what I remember from it. But getting there was just kind of a slog for me. I really do love his other film, The Black Coat's Daughter, though. That was a lot of fun. I thought that was really cool. I'm hoping that this is of the same quality. It sounds a lot like Silence of the Lambs, which I think is my one thing about it, where I'm a little, I don't know. Let's hope that works, A modern Silence of the Lambs. Run it, do it. I just don't think you can do it better than, that classic 90s movie right there. But Ella, I'm excited for it nonetheless. I hope it's good. Very intriguing trailer for sure. Maybe one of my favorites I've seen all year. Dan the Man, what's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. Taymon Kane is saying, Jake, what's up, Taman? I love it though. Thanks for being here, dog. Appreciate you. Rupert Reynolds is saying, hey, Jake, congrats on 22K. Not long until you hit the 25K mark. I'm excited to get to a quarter. That's right. Is that what we're calling that, a quarter? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. My goal with this page is to hit 100K at some point. Who knows when that's going to happen, but we're getting there. We're making it happen, Rupert. we're getting there. Swear to God. Matthew Lillard. You're excited for Matthew Lillard. Dude, me too, man. Gotta love Matthew. He's awesome. He's an awesome fella. Melissa, thanks for being a channel member. Congrats. Thank you. Appreciate you. Jumpscare TV. Hey. What's up, my friend? How's it going? Welcome in. Jay is with us. When do you think Insidious 6 will come out? I've heard like some crazy rumors that's going to come out early next year. I don't know if that's true or not. I've also heard like late this year, and I'm like, there's no way, dog. They just made Insidious 5. I imagine next year, honestly, now that they've got the ball rolling with 5. And if you're someone like me who wasn't crazy about the 5th entry, it's the highest grossing movie in the Insidious franchise. So it doesn't really matter what we think. It doesn't matter. It made like $170 million or something ridiculous like that. So Insidious 6 will happen. Insidious 7 will probably happen too. Hell, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't fucking know. Let's keep this money train rolling though, I guess. I love the Insidious franchise. I don't want to sound so negative, but man, 5 was such a letdown. It was a bit of a letdown because I really like the first 4. I know some people don't like the 4th entry, but man, I don't know. I enjoy it. I really enjoy those first 4 movies, but 3rd one was kind of a letdown in my opinion, or 5th one, I mean, was kind of a letdown. Hannah BBH is saying hello. Welcome in, Hannah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Ty Lee, I always want to say Tyler because I'm seeing that L in there. I don't know, it's really fucking me up, man. But what's up, Ty? How's it going? Thanks for the $5, dude. Really appreciate the support. Congratulations, and I finally watched Infinity Pool and absolutely loved it. Time to revise my 23 list. Is the uncut version much different? Dude, hell yes. Infinity Pool is a banger. I love this gross, weird little movie. And to sum it up, without spoiling it, Infinity Pool is just Mia Goth screaming at Alexander Skarsgård for an hour and 40 minutes. But you know what? It's awesome. It's one of my favorite horror movies of the 2020s so far. Loved this one. I had a blast with it. It's so fun. It's so funny and it's so dark and it's so surreal, man. It's a trippy little masterpiece in my opinion. I love it. The uncut version is like, fuck, what are the differences? I haven't watched them like back to back ever. I've seen both cuts, but I have not watched them back to back. It's really just more like uncensored, sex stuff. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, there's that whole sequence in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? It gets a little crazier there. You get to see a little more action. Probably stuff YouTube wouldn't be happy with me talking about or showing on screen for you guys. But point being, it's worth the watch for sure. The uncut version adds a lot to it. Even if I just made it sound a lot like smut. No, it's sick, dude. It's a brutal movie. It is, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about that movie for people who haven't seen it. It's such a good movie to go into blind. I love Infinity Pool. I love this movie to death. I scoured the Walmarts in my area to get a copy of this, and I'm not kidding you when I say the next day they announced the uncut version on a steelbook, which my friend has. I have yet to buy it myself, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I have to put that one on my shelf. Like, it's just so fucking crazy movie. Ty, I'm so glad you liked it, man. I'm curious where it sits on your 2023 horror rankings. It was close to the top on mine. It was like, I think it was number 2 for me personally. But Ty, thank you so much for the $5, man. I really appreciate the support. I loved Infinity Pool. What a way to start last year, dude. Man, Megan and Infinity Pool at the top of the year. I'm like, these are 2 of my favorite horror movies of the whole year. This is crazy. Nuts. Totally nuts. Loved it. I like Scream, and Ice Cream is saying congrats on 22 subs. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. It's crazy. 22 whole subscribers. I can't believe 22 people love my page that much that they would hit that red button. It's nuts, man. It's been a hard it's been a hard road getting here, but God, we're getting to 100 at some point, man. We're making it happen. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. Scott Walker's with us tonight, saying, how are you going that video? Just secret Patrick Dempsey. It is something. What's going on here? Henry Turnin. What about Matthew Lillard and Nev Campbell? You're excited to see Patrick Dempsey and all of these other fellas in a new Scream movie, I'm assuming. And yes, I'm thinking Patrick Dempsey is definitely going to be in 7 if they end up doing it. That is, of course, if Nev is there too. We got to hope that contract goes through. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You can't have Patrick Dempsey in there without Neve Campbell. She's kind of the linchpin, right, in all this. If she's got to be there for all these other side characters to show up, in my opinion. But I just dropped a video talking about what my ideal scenario is for 7. Kind of like talking about what characters should come back and how the plot can kind of flow with these characters. How much potential there is to tell a new story with a lot of these underdeveloped characters. Someone like Mark Kincaid. He's not underdeveloped in the sense that like, oh man, Scream, in Scream 3 he's just not a good character. No, he's a great character. I love Mark Kincaid. But I think there's a lot of potential to do even more with him in a future movie. And that's kind of what that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in today's video a little more. Like there's all these new characters that are being pitched for like a core 4. My cat is going nuts right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry. Like I can't even think. Church! Hey, Church, come here. Come here, kitty. It's okay. Come here. I got both of my cats. I'm so sorry, everybody. I just want to make sure my babies are doing okay. Churchy, come here. She's scared because I'm yelling. She's scared because I'm screaming at the internet right now. No, but point being, I'm so excited for Scream 7. I really just I want it to be something good. You know, that's my big thing. I want it to be something that's worth watching. And I want to see these characters who are, that could go new places and end up doing that. That was a weird way to say that, but watch the video. I explained it a little better. It's scripted, it's not off the cuff, so check that out. Talia, what's up, Talia? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. If Stu doesn't come back for Sydney, who would have a good enough motive to replace that? That's the question I've been asking myself lately. Also, congrats on 22K. Thank you, Talia. Appreciate you. Y'all do have a good point about Stu. As much as I am against the off-screen revival of a very dead character, you guys have a point that if he was still alive, he would be pretty angry at Sydney. I think he would probably blame her after all this shit. I'm not saying that he's right. I'm just saying that would be a really interesting killer motive. None of the ghost faces are right. They're all crazy. Their logic is perplexed and diluted and all that shit. But I love that. I love that about the ghost faces. They're all crazy. Someone would have to be going after her family opposed to her, which I think that is where the motive would differ from past motives. It would have to be someone who, wants to basically ruin her life. So no longer just killing Sydney, doing something worse than that, which is killing her family and family members. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. Like, I am so sorry. I just got to make sure my cat is okay. This is very unprofessional of me, but give me 2 seconds. My cat's losing her mind right now. I'll be right back. Literally a minute long. Give me 2 seconds here. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh my God, my poor kitty, my poor kitty is just all sad. I don't know what's going on. All right, we're all good. Let's get back to this though. Stu coming back, going after Sydney, definitely would have a good motive there. I mean, for sure. But I think we can have that in just someone else coming in wanting to go after the family this time around. Hang on, y'all. There you go, buddy. I think that would be great, though, for sure. Let's get this stream back on track here. Sarah Campbell's throwing $22 out there. Sarah, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that, my friend. That's crazy. Love it. Congrats on 22K. So proud of this channel and its continued growth. I'm excited to keep watching your evolution. I can't wait to see where you and your content will be this time next year. Happy to have a small place here. Sarah, you have a very big place here. I don't know how we could possibly have done a lot of this without you. So thank you. Thank you so much. Sarah's been a very integral part of doing a lot of the fun bracket streams we've done on this page. Me and Sarah have just had some fun times bullshitting about this crazy franchise too. So Sarah, I just really appreciate you. I really appreciate you hanging out. and being a big supporter of this page. I don't know what we do without you, honestly, at this point. So thank you. Thank you so much for the 22. Really appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Ella's saying, let me guess, Orange Kitty. Yes. And I love him. I have an orange cat named Kevin, and then I have a gray cat named Church. And they're both being little rascals tonight. I love them. I love them to death, though. They're the best. Jason Carpenter is saying, congrats, Jake, on the 22K subscribers, man. Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate that. And, dude, thanks for being a channel member. I really appreciate that, too, dude. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Ty is saying, my name is Tyler. Actually, hell yeah, there we go. And my top 5 is probably Saw, Infinity Pool, Thanksgiving, Evil Dead Rise, and Talk to Me, or When Evil Lurks. When Evil Lurks was awesome from 2023, dude. Hell yeah. All great choices across the board. I think all of these were in my top 10 as well, man. Evil Dead Rise was way up there for me, though, just because, like, I don't like that, dude. That premiere was just so cool. Like that, I got to go to a very early screening of that movie, and Bruce Campbell was there and shit. Like it was nuts. I'm a little biased because of the experience, but I love Evil Dead Rise. Like it is just one of my favorites. It is very up there for me. Sean Sheridan is saying, do a whole reboot, new story, new characters, going back to the well is lazy. The Halloween Blumhouse movies would have been better without Laurie Strode. Oh, that's tough. What I do agree with here is that just a single focus on like one character is always going to be better writing wise. You know, I love Laurie Strode. I love Sidney Prescott. I love a lot of these characters, but sometimes, you know, there's just not another good story to tell with them. In the case of Halloween 2018, and in the case of pitching a new story revolving around Sidney Prescott, I think these are good stories to tell. Like, I do believe that we can tell one more story with Sidney Prescott being about her family this time, opposed to just being about her and her own trauma. We've told that story. Now let's tell another one about Sidney being a mother. I think after that, though, after that, they tell that story and they wrap it up. If they try to pitch another Sidney story, that's where I'm going to agree with you, Sean. That's where I'm going to feel like, okay, I don't know what else they could possibly set up with Sidney Prescott at this point without it just coming off as like fan service. And that's not what we want, right? We want good stories revolving around characters we love, and then new stories with new characters that we could also fall in love with. Because that's my biggest thing about this franchise. I love Sidney Prescott. I love Gale. I love all these characters to death. But I just, you know, sometimes what they write in these new movies, I'm just like, I don't know if this was a necessary story to tell with this character. Like, what if we had just detached ourselves from the past and told a brand new story? Would that have looked better? Would that have been less messy? They weren't trying to force legacy characters into the original Scream. You know, why are we doing that in Scream 2022? I think that we can tell one more Sidney story, though. I really do believe that. After watching 5 and 6 again, I'm like, there is genuine unfinished business here that needs to be addressed, I think, in 7, personally. As a big fan of Sidney Prescott, like, she's a great character, and I think there's one more really good story to tell with her. That's worth telling, too. That'll add a lot to the character. And really just hammer home what that happy ending looks like that a lot of us want to see. And, you know, we got to get some horror in there before we get to that point. You know, I'm not just saying this is going to be all sunshine and roses and kisses. Oh no, it's going to be a brutal fight to that ending. But it's going to be fun, I think, when we get to the end of it. Greg Bruckner is saying, hi, Jake, your least or new favorite Ghostface has arrived. Ooh. Congratulations on 22K. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I got to re-rank those Ghostface killers. I got to make a new video on that, dude. Billy Jennings is with us tonight. Mama Bear Sid is gonna wreck some people. Hell yeah, dog. That's the vibe that I'm going for with this new one. That's what I'm hoping to see. You know, and this is, of course, in the wake of all the news we've gotten about Spyglass. You know, everything with Melissa Barrera sucks. It sucks that Jenna Ortega's schedule was unable to, you know, somehow fit in Scream 7. She's an A-lister now. You know, I get it. I don't know, man. It just sucks. It blows. And I get it, Aiden. I get wanting to boycott Scream 7. But, you know, unfortunately, the general audience just isn't going to get on board that train. Scream 7 will come out next year, and everyone will forget about everything that happened last November. It's a shame. You know, I think that it's going to happen. It's inevitable. Is it going to be something good? You got to hope, right? You got to hope that at the very least, it is something good. It is something that's worth our time. Because if it's not, then, well, Spyglass really is the villain here. If that wasn't already made unbelievably clear. Robert Brunello is saying priorities. Priorities, man. Oh, we're talking about the kitty. Yes. Got to make sure the cats are okay. Got to make sure the loved ones are okay. It's very important, you know? I love talking with all of y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I got to make sure my babies are all right. Jake has got cat scratch fever. He will be back. I'm in the thick of it when I had to go talk to my cats. If you're just joining us, welcome in, welcome in. My cats were going nuts. Don't know what was going on with them. So I had to make sure they were okay. Checked in on the little babies. Alex Beebe is a supporter over on Patreon. Thanks for being here, Alex. I appreciate you. How's it going? Would love Scream 7 to have some commentary on true crime. Maybe a Ghostface who wants to create a true crime story about being the one to finally kill Sydney. Alex, you're hitting on something really interesting here. Something that I would love, me personally would love the franchise to hit on as well. I've heard a lot of people talk about 7. You know, we've been in the dark, right, with a lot of elements to this franchise. Who's gonna star in it? Who's gonna direct it? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do this? When the fuck is the movie even coming out? We don't know that. But this is another thing I've been hearing recently. Like, what is Scream 7 going to comment on in the horror space? What could they possibly do? Like, they have talked about everything at this point. Requels, sequels, remakes, trilogy, sequels, horror movies. Where else do you go from there? This is a great angle. And something that's really popular right now, true crime. It was something that was hinted at in Scream 6 as well. And I think would be a great angle for them to take the next movie. It's also kind of telling, not telling, more like just discussing an interesting side of the franchise that has kind of been talked about a little bit in the movies, but basing a whole film on this might even be a little controversial, might be a little edgy, but I'm kind of into it. As a lot of you know, the plot details, like plot points or whatever in Scream 3 were changed because of certain outside events, you know, the Columbine shooting and all that, which is incredibly unfortunate. But it did affect Scream 3's production big time, which had a similar ending originally, which had to be changed, thrown out, completely reworked. It would be kind of interesting to see Scream 7 talk about true crime, how it affects horror, how it affects the real world. Just to kind of, I don't know, just kind of touch on that a little bit. That's always been a little facet to Scream, but focusing a whole movie on that, I think would be kind of like really cool. I don't know. I'd be down for that big time personally. And to have that be part of the killer's motive, why they're going after Sydney, that could make it really interesting. That could make something like a brand new thing to comment on, a brand new flavor of Scream movies that we've yet to really touch on in that big of a scope. You know, like I said, it's always kind of been there a little bit lurking in the background, but it's never really been like the absolute 100% focus of one of these movies. And I think that would be interesting. Something that came up a lot in conversation when me and Matt were writing Scream 7, or not. I wish I was writing Scream 7. That'd be awesome. When we were writing Red Right Hand, but I think that would be dope. I'm with you there. That would be awesome. Next gen, what's up? What's up? What's up? The next generation. I thought that a cool motive that hasn't been done would be that Ghostface feels that he has to kill Sydney, the OG, to stop the murders for good and end the franchise. I'm here for that. We're also hearing rumor that Scream 7 might try to be like the finale, like this is the last one. And that kind of makes sense with what a lot of requels have been doing recently, right? They do these trilogies and they just kind of like wrap up the story right there and then. Here's like, listen, realistically, it's never over until they stop making money. Let's be honest. And then even then they might still come back. Scream is a testament to that. Scream 4 totally bombed at the box office. And guess what? We have 2 more movies after that years later. So the truth is, if they try to market it as a finale, which is something I've been theorizing for a while that they'll do, they probably will. It's not going to be the end, but they're going to, wrap it up essentially. Just like how Scream 3 is the final movie in the trilogy and we still have 3 more movies after that. So I'm here for that. That would be a great motive for a seeming finale. I would be down. I would be totally down for that personally. That would be a lot of fun. Something new, something that hasn't been done before, and something that isn't family-oriented revenge. Please not that. Please God, no. Oh my God. Jason is asking about the Super Bowl. It is Victory Monday for Chiefs fans. Congratulations. Listen, I'll be honest with you, Jason. I knew they were going to win. Like, I knew they were going to win 3 weeks ago. I knew they were going to win when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce started dating. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my God, I can't believe Taylor Swift was at the Super Bowl. I don't care. I don't care about that at all. But the thing that bugs me about it is you know the NFL's rigged just a little bit, right? You know that they would make a bunch of money if Taylor Swift was at the Super Bowl and cared about the players, because all of her fans would care too. That's my issue with it. There was totally a little something going on in the background. I don't hate Taylor Swift. I think she's awesome. I think she's super nice. If you actually read up about some of the stuff she does, it's really cool. I have no hatred towards her. It's more a weird a despise I have towards just the NFL. Like, just, it's a money machine. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And that, I think that aspect to it makes me kind of sad. But hey, the Chiefs played a good game out there. I can't deny that. And it was cool. It was a fun game to watch. The first half was a little boring, but the second half exploded. It was so back and forth. It was crazy. So that was fun. I love football. So I'm a huge football fan. It was just fun to watch that. Sonu Puppy is asking for any updates on Conjuring 4. We just got update that this will be the final movie in the franchise, which I was going to do a short on that today. Totally forgot. Final movie in the franchise, as well as Michael Chaves is probably in talks to direct. I can't remember if he got 100% confirmed or not, but dude, he's probably going to direct it. Whether we like it or not, Mr. Puppy. Mr. or Mrs. Puppy, whoever I'm talking to. Twilight Sparkle Fan 2006 is saying, congrats for 22K. Also, what happened to today's Versus episode? I really hope it isn't scrapped. I'm taking another week to work on it. It is Scream versus Halloween, so it's coming out next Monday. I just needed another week on it, I'm going to be honest. I'm getting super busy with the short film, so my time has been just sucked dry, as gross as that sounds. So I'm working on it, making it happen. You will see it next Monday for sure. Got out a little Scream video for you today, though. I'm going to scroll ahead because I feel like I'm missing stuff. Cynical Jake. I know, I hate it, right? It was obvious that Chiefs would win as they have future GOAT Mahomes. Mahomes is a great quarterback, man. I mean, there's no denying that. I don't think that there was any, I don't think that so there were certain calls that were made that got the Chiefs to the Super Bowl, but you know the NFL wanted them to go because of that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything more than that. Slashing It with Matt is with us tonight. What's up, Matt? I really have no idea what to expect from Scream 7. So many things can go wrong. At least we have a sequel to Thanksgiving. Let's just say it's the new Scream. I mean, dude, you're right, man. I mean, Thanksgiving kind of is the new Scream. How fun was that reveal too? I mean, it's a really fun movie. Gory kills, holiday themed slasher. You can't go wrong there, man. And it's Eli Roth. So how can we complain about that? It's great stuff. I love Thanksgiving, and I'm so excited that Eli Roth is taking a whole year to figure out the sequel, figure out where it's going next. Take your time with it. Make it something worth watching for all of us. And I'm just excited to see it in 2025. I'm glad he's not rushing it out and saying it's coming out next year. 10 months from now, Thanksgiving too. You know what I mean? It's oh my God, relax, dude. No. So I'm glad they're taking their time with it, making it something worth watching. Eli Roth has got a bit of an ace in the hole right now too, because he's got that Borderlands movie coming out. I think it's this year, if I'm not mistaken. I have not been keeping up to date with that one, not gonna lie. But I'm just hyped. I'm hyped to see where it goes next. If we, bring back the same killers from that previous movie or not. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. Ty is saying we need David F. Sandberg to return to the Conjuring series. I don't. Ty, I'm with you, dude. I don't. My thing about Michael Chaves is, I think it's Chaves, right? Is that how you pronounce that? My thing about it is he's just has not given us anything to chew on with any of these new Conjuring movies. I know that they've been written by different people, but man, they're kind of rinse and repeat. Here's the same thing. Here's a familiar villain that you've seen before in another movie with a brand new half-assed villain that's going to jump out at the third act. That is every single Conjuring movie for the last 5 or 6. I'm just oh my God, man, give us something new. Give us something that isn't so formulaic and the same old, dude. The Nun 2 was a very, very small step in the right direction. But even then, not really. Even then, not really, dude. It's crazy. Shit's crazy. I don't know, man. Melissa's saying you're making another film. Yes, it's going to be a slasher. I can't say more than that. That's all I've revealed about the film so far. Actually, I've also revealed that I'm playing the killer again, but just for the proof of concept. Just for the proof of concept, which you guys will hopefully see soon. I'm not doing the red right hand thing again where I'm writing, directing, producing, starring in it. We're not doing that shit again. Just for the proof of concept, I'm gonna play the killer, but not going through that whole thing with the feature again. Ella is saying, you ever see the classic horror Black Sunday? I'm pretty sure it's Austria horror. Interesting. But I might be getting that confused with the director's other movie, Barren Blood. Both movies do spectacular with gore. I have heard of Black Sunday, but I've never actually watched it. I have seen the movie Black Sabbath, which, yes, is where the band got their name. I have seen that. I've not seen Black Sunday. I've definitely heard of it. This sounds unbelievably familiar. Have not watched it, though. Anything with a lot of good gore and some good characters, though, I'm down for. I'm down to check it out. So hell yeah, Ella. Appreciate you. I can't tell if you're ripping weed or nicotine in your profile picture, but hell yeah, dog. I don't condone that, but okay. Anyways, Melissa's saying I don't watch football anymore since my quarterback Brady retired. Entirely fair, my friend. Entirely fair. You were at Tampa and paid. You followed Brady. That's all. Listen, I get it. I wish I was a Tom Brady fan. I wish I was. Oh my God, what a guy. Even if you hate Tom Brady, dude, it's like he's insane. He's the GOAT. Like listen, Mahomes, killer quarterback, but Tom Brady's always gonna be the GOAT. I don't know what to tell you. Jason Carpenter saying Thanksgiving rocks. Very fun movie, and even though the script is its one detriment, the movie knows what it is. Very nice throwback slasher movie. You know, I've seen it 3 times now, and there are some whack moments throughout the film for sure. But it's fun. It's a fun movie. There's a lot of like weird character beats, right? Like there's a lot of moments with the characters where I'm just like, this is like going on way too long, but it's really funny. So I don't know. I've fallen in love with the movie, quirks and all. I really do enjoy it. They always, like, every kill sequence delivers. The mystery I feel like was really well written. Kind of had me going back and forth. Kind of had me going back and forth with a few of its moments. But I loved it. I love Thanksgiving. I'm excited to see what they do with the sequel. I hope there's a new killer though. That's a big thing I've been thinking about with it. But I don't think so. I think they're gonna do the same killer again. But we'll see. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, Jakey, did you see the Deadpool 3 trailer? Also, Monkey Man trailer looks hyped. Yeah, dude, I'm very excited for that. That's coming from Jordan Peele's production studio and Dev Patel, who directed Slumdog Millionaire. This is him doing a wildly different movie, like so not the same thing. An action thriller. Kind of, I think it's like a revenge-based like thriller flick, which are like some of my favorites, dude. Like John Wick is one of my favorite movies. I don't care if that's a normie take. I love John Wick. It's so good. Like all 4 of those movies, I will put on anytime. Love them to death. The Deadpool 3 trailer was awesome. Had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, wasn't as hardcore as I thought it was going to be. But then again, you know, this is the first Deadpool movie under the Disney umbrella, so. You know, is it going to be Deadpool or is it going to be a Marvel movie? We'll just have to see in a couple of months. I hope so. I hope it's true. I hope it's true to Deadpool and not just another cookie cutter Marvel movie. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, there are some things about the trailer that have me nervous. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm mostly excited for it. Ella saying a medical marijuana patient it's for sure weed. Hell yeah, Ella, love it. We just got it legalized here in the great state of Ohio, so old Jake's happy about that. T. Sean is saying, will TCM 2022 main character come back for a sequel? Great question, my friend. We have rumor from Daniel Richtman, very trusted third-party source, saying that TCM Legacy, Texas Chainsaw Legacy, specifically, is coming out. It may or may not be a sequel to the 2022 movie. Don't have any confirmation on that yet, but it sounds like it is. Like, from the description and all that, it's got a very similar plot, not a similar plot description, but a plot description with very similar themes from the 2022 movie, which had me thinking that they're going to go down that same route. It's going to be like a sequel with the family this time, not just Leatherface. I saw someone make a really good point over on X. Who calls it X? Over on Twitter today. Talking about how some of the later Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels have kind of felt a little lackluster just because they don't have the other family. Like, they focus in on Leatherface as a slasher, but they're kind of losing something that's so great about the 74 movie. Like, the whole family is a bunch of crazy people that eat people. And I'm totally there. I 100% agree. I want to see the next movie, if it's a continuation of the 2022 flick, focus on the family a little more. I want to see like all the crazy members of the family going at it and killing people. I hope that's what we get. If it is really a sequel or whatever they do next in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, give us the family, baby. Give us a creepy dinner scene. That's what I want. What else is going on? Albert is talking about Thanksgiving again, saying, I want the original killer to return, but also a second killer. Imagine the female version of John Carver. I've heard some people pitch that there was another killer in the movie we've already seen, and that's what's going to get revealed in the second film. I wouldn't be against that, but they kind of have the problem that I Still Know What You Did Last Summer had from I Know What You Did Last Summer, right? They kind of had to, if you guys have seen that one, they kind of had to create some shit to have another twist in there, which is tough. You know, it's really tough when you're doing a whodunit slasher series that's not like Scream. You just have one killer to revolve around. That's the tough thing about it. So right now, Thanksgiving has a choice. Do they want to make the second movie where it's just like, here's one more slasher flick, or do they want to keep this whodunit thing, that train rolling? I hope so, because, you know, if Scream 7, you know, with Scream 7 kind of being in this weird void right now, right? We have an opportunity for another franchise to kind of take the reins on that. Thanksgiving could be that. So I'm hoping that they focus on having a really good twist, but not something that's convoluted where it's like, oh, I'm a secret brother. I'm a secret, this, that. I'm a family member who's also mad. No. Okay, no. Please no. Don't do that. Give us another good twist, though. Give us something that's worth our time and not just secret cousin, secret third cousin removed. I don't know, dog. Gee. Dude, Nate with that profile picture, man. What's up, Nate? How's it going? That's wild. That is a wild profile picture to have. And you know why. For those of you who have seen the rest of the picture, you know why. Not all of us know, but some of us do. And that's okay. What's up, man? Welcome in. Slashing it with Matt's throwing $5 out there saying holiday horror is the best. Hell yeah, dog. Jake, My Bloody Valentine 2009 or Valentine 2001? Personally, My Bloody Valentine all the way. Ooh, that's a tough comparison. Valentine-themed slashers. Now, here's the thing. We're talking about a remake versus an original film from Jamie Blanks. And I love Jamie Blanks. I got to go with Valentine 2001 on this one. But My Bloody Valentine 2009 is still a lot of fun. I personally love the original My Bloody Valentine more. But the 2009 one, still a lot of fun. Very good movie. This would be a really good matchup for 2 days from now. Gonna be honest. I wish I had time to do a whole versus video on these two for this Wednesday. But I love both of these movies a lot, but Valentine 2001, oh, that's so good. I love me a good twist. That's my thing. And Valentine 2001, whoo, baby, it gets me hot with its twist, baby. I love that. I love that shit. It's written so well. Love the characters in that movie too. Jamie Blank's direction is fantastic. I don't know. Very good stuff. Marley Shelton from Scream is in that one, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. If you haven't seen it, absolute huge recommend. If you like the Scream movies, holy shit, watch that one. Actually, if you like the Scream movies, watch My Bloody Valentine 2009 too. Y'all have probably seen it. Come on. Who am I talking to? Matt, we got to bring that up, man. Me and Matt are doing a podcast soon because Matt supports me on Patreon over at the Freddy tier. If you do that, you can hop on my podcast with me. So there you go. Matt, we got to talk a little bit about that. That might be fun. Ooh, I'm excited for that. But Matt, dude, thank you so much for the $5 again. Thanks for the support in the page. I really appreciate you, dog. Thank you. Marcus is throwing $2 in there too. What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for the $2, dude. I appreciate you. Hey, bro, just showing some love. Keep killing it. Thank you, man. I love your profile picture, by the way. I saw you were posting about this earlier. Doing a little Dr. Loomis cameo, dog. You got the pose down and everything. Like, you're killing it there. It's excellent, my friend. I love it. I love it so much. Marcus, you are one of the many people who are always welcome on this page. I think you are so fucking funny. You're hilarious. And if y'all ain't subscribed to Marcus, I shot him 6 times. Go subscribe to my man right here. Go do it. He puts out some awesome content. Love Marcus. Thanks for the $2, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. El Dante is a new member. Yes. El Dante, I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. welcome in, welcome to the fold. You'll be able to vote on Versus videos when they go up now. So there you go. Hell yeah, dog. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, El Dante. Who else is hanging out in the world out there? Getting back to Texas Chainsaw, Ty Lee saying, I'd love if Leatherface cuts off a cow's face and wore it, and a character rips it off during a scuffle. The Leatherface cuts his face off to replace it. He needs a face on his face. I mean, yeah, you're right, Ty. I can't argue with that. Giving me some Terrifier 3 vibes right there with old Santa. Who's excited to see this fucking scene, by the way? You know, I talk a lot about Terrifier 3, but something I haven't done a video on, which I want to correct this real soon, is like, what the hell's going on here? You know, what's going on? What is this scene going to entail? Are we going to see Art the Clown, like, actually, like, just cutting the face off of a mall Santa? Because I'm so down for that. Like, me personally. You guys know how fucked up my taste in movies are. So I'm hyped, man. I would love to see Leatherface do something similar. This is really messed up, though. Like, we're talking about, like, we're diving into not just people dying. We're talking into animals, too. And that's where a lot of people draw the line, dude. Like, I know a lot of people who are like, yeah, people dying in a movie, whatever. Dog dies, though, they won't even watch it. So, Ty, you're stepping into some unsavory grounds here, my friend. So, this is a line that people will not cross. But that's brutal, man. That's insane shit. I love it. Nate is saying I was the Ghostface and Stumacher dude in your chat. You know, I get a lot of those, my friend. And now you're I'm not gonna say what your profile picture is now, but there you go. There you go, man. Well, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Saying the original My Bloody Valentine slays. It gets me hot. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. AJ is saying, remember April Fool's Day? Kind of a horror thriller whodunit movie. Another holiday horror flick. Dude, yeah. What is this April Fool's Day? No, I'm thinking of Happy Birthday to... I'm thinking of a different movie. I don't think I've seen this one. I know the... Happy Birthday to Me, is that what it is? I feel like I watched that on Shudder. Wait for it. Yes, Happy Birthday to Me, 1981 film. That movie's ridiculous. That's okay. I'm just making sure that existed and that wasn't just something I came up with in my mind. AJ, I do that because I'm absolutely fucking crazy. But April Fool's Day, dude, I gotta watch this one. I have not seen this. I love holiday-based horror flicks. April Fool's Day. I'm gonna check this one out. Something else about that little slasher short that I haven't told y'all about is it is holiday themed. Ooh, I won't say what holiday though. That's all you need to know. What else is going on? El Dante is saying, I promised that if I get a new job, I would join. Definitely worth the contributions and more. El Dante, thank you, man. Hey, listen, I just appreciate it, dog. I just appreciate you hanging out in the chat and all that, man. I am very thankful that you support the page too. But dude, El Dante, you're always coming in the chat. You're always saying hi to me, and that just means a lot. That it really does. So thank you. Thanks for being here. And I hope you dig any new videos that come out this week. I got one going up tomorrow about. I might mix a Terrifier and Scream 7 update together. I don't know. There's like not enough to just do a full video on either or. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just slam those together. I have updates on both. I have some interesting comments from David Howard Thornton have come out about the set of Terrifier 3. I'm excited to talk about that. And then we have a new Scream 7 rumor that, I'll probably get into here in a sec. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff for sure. T. Sean is praising the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. But not the third one. but I always know what you did last summer is just horrible. Not a fan of that movie, but the new reboot better be good. Whew, man, you want to talk about a stinker. That I always know what you did last summer. Oh my God, what a skip. Like, if you're a fan of the first two and you're just hearing about this, like, trust me, avoid that one like the plague. While I have issues with both of the first two movies, they're both very fun. Like, they're both very fun Scream-inspired slashers. If you like Scream, if you like 90s slashers, you will totally dig the first two films in that franchise. But my God, that third one is just a mess. Like, it is just a disaster. A true 0 out of 10. Unfortunate stuff there for sure. I'm hoping the reboot's good too. We're hearing rumor that some of the original cast is coming back, which would make old Jake happy. Would love to see a real third movie. You know, not what was going on in the one that we have right now. My God. Dear Lord. My Chunky Jordy is saying, love the remake of Texas Chainsaw and also the beginning. The beginning is so underrated. Great films. Unfortunately, you know, Jordana Brewster's fate in the beginning. Yes. Oh my God, I love the beginning though. The beginning, like, I have this want and need for slasher movies that end poorly. I love them to death. Like, they always just get an extra star on my ratings. Whenever you get a slasher film where it's like everyone fucking dies and it's miserable. I love these movies so much. And the beginning, spoiler alert, it's a movie that came out 20 years ago. Or close to that. Fight me. The beginning is fantastic. I love that movie so much. Arlie Ermy, in my opinion, gives an even better performance in that one than he does the 2003 remake. So good. Like, just phenomenal films all around. Goddamn. So good. That's the watch party we got to do next, because I have not watched the remake or the beginning in a very long time. And we're always bringing that up on here. I love that. I love that we're always bringing these movies up because they're underappreciated, man. Those remakes are so good. And I actually kind of wish there was another one. I wish there was like a third one somehow in there. They can't really make a sequel because of what happens in the 2003 movie, but that's why they made a prequel. But love both of those so much. Both so good. It's brutal. It's brutal. Brutal stuff. Denisha Lane is throwing out the link to my Patreon too. There you go. Appreciate that, Denisha. Thank you. We got, lots of good stuff over there. I'm doing early releases for some videos for, like, there's going to be a couple early releases a month. You get to vote in the versus polls, which is really fun. And then, like I said, if you support me at the Freddy tier, we can we can make a podcast together, talk about whatever the hell kind of crazy horror topic you'd like. So Denisha, thank you for throwing that out in the chat. I appreciate you. Marcus is saying, thank you, my friend. I greatly appreciate the kind words. I just had to go all in on the Loomis. Hell yeah, dog. Valentine is an underrated classic, in my opinion. The twist was fantastic. Hell yeah, dog. Oh, it's like kind of upsetting. It's an upsetting twist, and I think that's what I love about it so much, man. Oh, so good. So good. Great stuff for sure. AJ is saying, I get the crazy. Thanks, Jake. It actually stars the girl from the Rob Zombie Halloween. Scout Taylor Compton. Like, what? I know her name. Scout Taylor Compton. Dude, hell yeah, man. She stars in that? So that's relatively, like, newer. Because, like, you say April Fool's Day, right? And I'm thinking, like, this is that time period in the 80s when we did, like, just the craziest slasher movie ideas. Didn't matter what it was. Just hit the ground running, film that shit, make it happen. So this is a newer movie, is my guess. Let's hang on now. Let's get back to this. April Fool's Day. Wait, no, 1986? What the fuck? I gotta watch this. Is Scout Taylor? Okay, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. You know what, my friend? I'm watching this as soon as possible. I'm getting on it. Oh, yeah. Nate, I remember you. You were the guy that was coming in saying, like, oh, I'm KillJoy Jake's hair. And it was like a zoomed in picture of my hair. Dude, that was great. I still remember that. Okay, that I remember, dog. See, there you go. Should have led with that, Nate. And now you're the guy with the gigantic member. Like, oh my God, dear Lord. Well, welcome in, Nate. Thanks for being here. What a internet picture. Goddamn. I remember seeing that in high school. Like that. That's when that was going around for me. I was just like, oh my God, oh Lord. Slashing it with Matt's throwing another 5 in there. Matt, thank you, my friend. Saying, I know you hated Founders Day. I really did, dude. I'm sorry. But we also need to discuss why I enjoyed it. Hell yeah, dog. I have valid points. I promise. Yes, the dialogue was bad. I want to hear those valid points, dude. I want to hear them. I am all about being challenged. Listen, this page is not for me to just be like, I'm right, you're wrong. No, that would suck, dude. Like, that would be the worst page ever. If you were a movie page that does that. Don't do that. There's some pages that do that. Don't do that. It's not fun. You know what is more fun, though? It's more fun to have a healthy debate about movies, which I love. I love that shit. I love when I can just be like, you know what? That movie sucked. And someone shows me an entirely different way to look at it. And I'm like, oh, that's actually odd. That's so cool. Wow, I was wrong. Because, dude, there's no way that every movie you all have seen, you got it immediately the first time you saw it. No way. No, don't try to be cool. Don't try to be cool and be like, I understand every movie I see. No, you don't. Don't listen, you're not that cool, okay? I'm not that cool. and neither are you, and that's okay. But I want to hear it, man. I want to hear your take on the movie, because my take is currently very negative. I did not find a whole lot that I loved about the film. But I want to hear what you have to say, man, because I will say the one saving grace of Founders Day is that they did kind of touch on a few like weird twist ideas I had for a Scream movie. I was like, ooh, that might be cool. That might be cool to see a Scream film do that, but not this movie. Matt, I want to hear it though. I'm very excited to talk with you this weekend, man. It's going to be great. Thank you for the $5 too, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what? Eric is talking with us tonight. Smells like teen horror. What's up, man? After 1 month of off and off on... I can't, dude, I'm sorry. Words are so hard. After 1 month of on and off, I am finally home from the hospital. Jake, dude, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're okay. We've been going back and forth on Instagram, just making sure that you're doing good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're out of the hospital, man. Wishing you nothing but good health moving forward, dude. Seriously, all the love. Thank you for giving us a little checkup too. Been worried about you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Thank you, thank you. And glad to hear you're doing okay too. What's the Scream 7 thing, Jakey Poo? So with Scream 7, we got, oh, you want to know about the little rumor that's going around. So we're hearing that this is going to be marketed as the final film in the franchise, and that we might be getting some news this month about it. Now, mind you, we are halfway through February, pretty much at this point. On Thursday, we will be, like, for sure. So, you know, is that going to happen? Are we going to get like a halfway, is something going to happen like halfway through this month, or you know, with it being so, what the fuck am I saying? Are we going to get an update this month? Maybe, you know, who knows? It's been enough time to where they've clearly been doing something in the background, right? So I think probably, we're going to get some announcement real soon here. Is it going to come this month? I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, you know, right before we start getting into the big movie news of the year. You know, they want people to be excited about Scream 7, and right now a lot of people are not. So it would make sense if they, you know, came out with something relatively soon to kind of say like, hey, we have this announcement, you know, it's moving forward with Scream 7. And, you know, no matter what they announce, there's going to be a lot of people who are still pissed off. There's going to be a lot of people who are like, what the fuck? You know, say sorry to Melissa Barrera. Get Jenna Ortega on board. Pay Neve Campbell the money she deserves. And I can promise you one of those things is probably what the announcement's going to be. They probably definitely have Neve Campbell on, or what the fuck are they going to do with the movie? A reboot? Like, are they really going to announce a reboot? No way. They know the fans are going to be pissed about that. Here's my rule of thumb. Here's genuinely, like, when this announcement comes out, or when I talk about it inevitably, because it is just a rumor, don't forget, take it with a grain of salt. When I inevitably talk about this, the thing I'm going to say is that there's two routes that are, I would bet money that these are the two routes they take. If Neve Campbell has signed on, they've given her the money, she's down for it, she's going to be in Scream 7, they'll announce it. And they'll announce it maybe this month. We'll get a whole big thing. Neve Campbell's part of the cast. This person's part of the cast. This person's directing. The movie comes out early next year, whatever. We'll get that announcement soon. If Scream 7 is a full reboot, brand new characters, new Ghostface situation, we won't get the announcement until like maybe 3-4 months prior. Because you know why? Because everyone's going to be pissed, dude. Everyone's just going to talk shit about it for a year until it comes out. I guarantee every Scream fan out there is going to be like, fuck this, we don't want to see it. And then word will get out to the general audience in that amount of time. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's a maybe. So that's my guess. If it's a reboot, they're not going to give us an inch. Maybe some rumors, you know, maybe some leaks will come out, but there's not going to be an official anything until maybe 3-4 months prior to its release. Like, trailer drops, brand new thing. Like, they're just going to hope to God they make some money off of it. And that's a worst case scenario. You know, let's be honest here. As much as I want them to reboot the franchise at some point, not now. Not now. What a bad time to do that. Dear God. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But I'm just hoping that they figured out something with Neve Campbell to get her back on board. They gotta figure some shit out, dude, to make the fans happy, to make the people behind the scenes fucking happy too. It's crazy. It is a crazy little time that we're living through. So I'm hoping it's good, man. All right, I gotta scroll ahead because, oh my God. Ella's asking, what's your fave Final Destination? Oh, my fave Final Destination death. Okay, so, you know, I'm gonna be a basic bitch here, but my absolute favorite Final Destination kill is it's probably the logs, right? The log going through the guy's head. I mean, I think about that every time I go on the highway. Every single, if I see a truck with logs on the back of it, I'm thinking about that scene from Final Destination 2. The one that scared me the most when I was a kid, though, was absolutely, without a doubt, the roller coaster. Has that aged well? No. Not very well. Final Destination 3 has not aged well. If you go back and watch that movie, the effects are woof. But I'll tell you what, little kid Jake, horrified. Fucking terrified, dude. I was so scared. I was scared to death of that scene. I was like, I am never going to Six Flags, Cedar Point, never doing that shit again for the rest of my life. So that's probably the one that scared me the most throughout my entire lifetime. But I just love that scene from 2, though. That is so great. What the fuck, dude? Nate is saying, don't forget to remove that beanie when you sleep. He's making fun of my greasy hair. This is a picture from a screenshot from Red Right Hand when I did not wash my hair for multiple weeks. So you got me, dude. Dude, you got me. I did not shampoo my hair for a very long time. I did shower this morning, though, and I don't stink that bad today, Nate. I can give you an update there. So I know you're dying for it. You're like, Jesus, Jake, take a shower. Get that stank off you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can officially announce that it's been a year and a half, but I have taken a shower. But I love that you're just up front and center with my 5 head. It's great, dog. It's great. There's a reason I'm wearing this beanie right now, though, and it's because my hair looked a little crazy. Didn't quite comb it the right way. You guys don't care about that, though. You guys are here for some Scream talk. So let's get back to that. Well, let's get a little update from Eric, though. I've got a tube in my leg to take out the infection and intravenous thing in my arm to get rid of the infection, but I am just thankful to be home feeling good. Did you have staph? What was going on, Eric? I mean, only if you want to, talk about it in the chat, of course. But I hope you're okay, dude. Jesus, that sounds awful. I hope you're doing okay, though, man. Watch some good Scream movies. Get yourself a bowl of ice cream. Ice cream makes you feel better. I don't make the rules, okay? You eat ice cream, you feel better. That's just how the world works, all right? Get yourself a bowl of ice cream. Make yourself feel better, my friend. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing okay. All the love towards you, my friend. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, so Jake, real talk, someone died last year on an amusement park ride in Orlando. Dude, it happens more often than you think. I don't know about this particular incident, but I remember at Cedar Point, there's a ride there called the Raptor, and someone went out onto the out into the track, kind of where it gets a little low, and I guess someone got hit by the thing, and yeah, dude, it's like, oh my god, how does that happen? Shit like that happens so fast, and you don't even realize it. Horrifying, man. It's horrifying. Guy was literally looking for his hat or something that fell off on the ride. And it's oh my god, dude. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. It's a horrible shit that can happen so fast. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful out there. El Dante, I think, was talking about this on the previous stream. Madison Eisman for Scream 7, just continuing the campaign for her to be in it. This is another thing, too. We don't know. We don't have any confirmation as to who's leading the film, if it's going to be a reboot, brand new characters or old characters from the past. But no matter what, every Scream film has new characters. So we got to talk about who else is going to be part of the ensemble. Madison Eisman, we talked a little bit about her. El Dante, you're going to be so mad at me, but I can't remember what she was in. I looked her up last time, though. I was like, oh, she's the actress from... Oh, the I Know What You Did Last Summer series. That's what it is. Run It Back. I mean, she's familiar with the concept. Familiar with the concept of whodunit slashers. Maybe she wasn't in a very good whodunit slasher series, but she's familiar with it. She's a familiar face that I'm sure a lot of you have checked out that show. I got 2 episodes into it, and that was about all I could stomach. But I respect it. I know a lot of people out there, my buddy Anthony really enjoys that one. I just was not for me personally. But hell yeah, she's in that series. Would make sense to cast her here. She was also in Fear of Rain and the Jumanji movies. Okay. I fuck with that. Very good stuff. Brobotic. I love that name. Brobotic. What's up, Brobotic? What is your most favorite Scream kill? Dude, that is so tough. There's, with 5 and 6, there's so many good options now. Say what you want about 5 and 6, but they got some great kills in them. Fuck. That's so tough, dude, because like the one that comes to mind, I don't know why this is one of my favorite kills, but I just love how hard it is to watch. The Wes death with the knife slowly going through his throat, that is so hard to watch. It is effective for me every single time. For me, that's up there with like some of the kills in Evil Dead 2013, where you're just like, oh my God, no, like, no, stop doing that. Dear God, no. I love that kill to death. It is so simple, but so effective. You know, it's just a knife kill. That's all it is. But goddamn, they filmed it and shot it in a way that just makes it feel so different. I love it. That's up there for me. I absolutely love CC Cooper's death, mostly because of the lead up. You know, the kill itself isn't super brutal, but the lead up to it is fantastic. I don't care that there's a bike on the 3rd floor. I love it. You can't deny me that. Come on, that scene's awesome. I love that shit. Bike on the 3rd floor. Who's carrying that shit all the way up there? Is it third or 2nd floor? It doesn't matter. It's ridiculous, and I love it. That one's definitely up there for me. Love that. I love the Casey Becker kill. Come on. I mean, listen, hate to sound like a basic bitch, but that one's up there too. Annika's death scene is great in Scream 6. That's so brutal. She hits that dumpster so hard. Oh, damn. That's a good one too. A lot of good kills though, man. A lot of good kills in the Scream franchise. Olivia's death from Scream 4. Ooh, I almost forgot about that one. In terms of blood, oh, that's my favorite. That one's brutal. Scream 4 is so good. I got to do a rewatch of that. I'm planning on doing a big video on Scream 4 soon too. I've been talking about it, and I keep not doing it, but I'm getting to it. I promise. Greg is asking, am I a fan of Pokemon? You know, I was never like huge into it, but except for 2016 when I played Pokemon Go religiously, I played the shit out of that game. That was a lot of fun. I just bought Pal Worlds though, which is like kind of a knockoff that got really popular. I don't really know too much about it besides that, but I'm gonna get into it a little bit. So I'm excited. I'm excited to play that one. It looks like fun. It's not Pokemon, but it's totally the same thing. Just we're calling it something else. Pokemon, Pal World. I mean, doesn't Pokemon literally mean like pocket monsters, right? It's the same thing. You have little balls that you catch the things in. It's cool. It's fun stuff. I did not have a DS growing up, which I know like I missed out on a huge aspect to growing up in the thousands. A lot of people had DSs, never had one of those. So I guess that was the whole thing. Everyone like had a DS. They played Pokemon religiously. I totally missed out on that side of growing up. Guess that was the whole thing. My friends like to make fun of me because of that a lot. Christopher Sean is saying Jill Roberts should return. She is relevant for today. Absolutely. Very ahead of her time with her motive. She's in a criminally insane place and gives advice like Hannibal Lecter to the characters. And in another Scream breaks out to see society now. You know, I've pitched this idea with Stu, like if they were to start a new timeline. This is what they should do. They should have Stu in prison. He gives advice about like what the new killer's doing. Something similar to like the Randy sequence in Scream 3, right? He's like, oh, you know, in trilogies, you know, even Sidney can die. You know, something like that. Give some information to give us an idea of where shit's going next. Almost like predict the future a little bit. But also, you know, get us worried about what Randy's going to be right about, what Randy's going to be wrong about. Same thing would work with Stu, or in this case, Jill. I think something like this would be really fun, but I feel like the only way you can do it is if you start a new timeline. Which I'm not like 100% against. I'm seduced by the new timeline idea, but I'm not like 100% there. Biggest reason why is because I want to go back to something I was talking about earlier. I just feel like there's a plot line right now with Sidney's family. I want to see that first. That's my big thing. I think I've been listening to a lot of Ryan C. Showers' podcast, but that's why. Dude's got me convinced. I'm going to be honest. I love listening to his podcast. If you don't listen to his stuff, oh my God, you're missing out. Great podcast over there. Great stuff. He's got to get on YouTube. I got to talk to him about that. He's got to do that. He's got to make the jump. But I love his podcast. Check it out. Great stuff. He is very much so for a Sidney Prescott focused new Scream movie. And I'm like, you know what? He's kind of right. I'm not gonna lie, that would be really cool to see Sydney defending her family. I talked about it in today's video a little bit too. Biggest point I made was like, imagine her defending kids. You know, it's not just about like, it's not just about her trauma anymore. It's evolved past that now to defending her children, who maybe Ghostface is going after this time. It's no longer about we got to kill Sydney Prescott. It's now we got to ruin Sydney's life. We got to kill her entire family, which is fucked up. You know, that's insane. So something like that, I feel like would be really effective for Scream 7 for me personally. But if they go the new timeline route, run it, dude. Bring back whoever the fuck you want. Like that is the way to do all the fan service stuff that we've been talking about. You know, like I know a lot of people want to see Stu come back. A lot of people want to see Jill come back. A lot of people want to see just fan favorite characters from the past come back. If that's the route you want to do, the easiest way to make that happen is a new timeline. Which I know some people hate. Like, some people hate that, and they're like, no, we can't do a new timeline. We can't have this turn into Halloween. Listen, Halloween's messy, but it's not the messiest franchise out there. It could be Texas Chainsaw. You know, it could be worse. That's all I'm saying. One split in the timeline, that's nothing. You know, Halloween fans are over here smoking cigarettes like, one timeline split? Come on. Could be worse, buddy. Oh, my God. But, yeah, shit's crazy. That's how I'm going to end that. Shit's crazy. Next gen's going to go get a root beer. Grab me one, my friend. I know that was a minute ago that you threw that in there, but if you could help a brother out here, kind of thirsty. MKS Unicorn is saying, love your videos. I love you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is kind of like my videos, except I'm live. And you can redirect the conversation. So if you're watching one of my videos and you're like, God, this guy sounds like an idiot, which I'm sure, some of you guys have thought at some point. Now you can course correct. You can be like, Jake, that's really fucking dumb. Say something else, please. Like D here. D is saying, please see my comment, because I'm probably talking stupid, and that's okay. What's up, D? How you doing? Everyone forgets about Sid's dad. What if he got remarried and had kids, so Sid will have half siblings? Maybe twins, one girl, one boy. What do you think? It's actually... I'm personally someone who wants to get away from the family-oriented stuff, but you actually kind of make a good point about, like, if Sydney had siblings, this is the way to do it. This is a way that we haven't really talked about, or at least I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that be pitched yet. Whatever happened to Sydney's dad? Like, do we ever get confirmation about him being alive, dead, one way or the other? Because we haven't seen him since Scream 3. So that's a question. There's some hardcore Scream fans out there, which I guess I am too, but I don't know this off the top of my head. Who anyone know that? And anyone know if Sid's dad is alive, dead, confirmed, one way or the other? I'm curious what people have to say. D-Fame, interesting idea. I never thought about that. Very good stuff, my friend. Thanks for being here. All the love. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Even though it is a Monday night. Like the worst night of the week. Because you still got 4 days of work ahead of you, That's rough. It's rough, dog. Infinite Sky is asking, will I ever see Deadstream? Dude, I own it. I'll do you one better, buddy. Hang the fuck on. You challenge me? Infinite Sky? You challenge me on this? Huh. Oh yeah, dog. Oh, I've seen Deadstream, all right. No, I love this movie. This movie's hilarious. If you guys have not seen this, it is from... I can't remember. Oh my God, I can't remember the other person's name. The Winters. I remember that's their last name. They are a husband and wife duo that makes horror movies, which I think is fucking awesome. They made this banger, which alongside this came out VHS 99, a movie that they made a skit for, which I really enjoy, from the beloved VHS franchise. They do the hell sequence right at the end, and it is so funny. This full movie is kind of that short, but in a full movie. That's kind of how I would describe this. Same energy, same like goofiness about it. I love Deadstream. Very fun movie. Love it. Great stuff. MKS Unicorn is also asking for some attention. What's up? We really need to get more into Sydney's dad. What happened there? Oh shit, man. We got a lot of people asking about Sydney's dad. I'm here for, oh my God. Wow, we're really interested in this. Hell yeah. Sam Sand is asking about it too. Speaking of the Sydney's family storyline, has her dad be the first kill would really set the tone. Oh, her dad being the first kill Ooh, that's sad. If he is still alive, damn, I guess he doesn't have long for this world. Crazy stuff there. I don't know. But the thing about Sid's dad is like the biggest way they've been able to utilize him in the plot so far is as kind of a weak red herring in that original Scream. I only say weak because when he's really brought up as a red herring is by Stu Macher, who in the same scene is so suspicious, dog. Like, unbelievably suspicious. Oh my, like, my man is, creeping around with Billy. And, it's supposed to be a little, like, little nod for the people who are watching it on rewatch. But still, dog. That's all I'm saying. I can't believe I'm criticizing the original Scream, blasphemy, I know, but could have set that up a little better in my opinion. Hot take, still a 10 out of 10. I don't care. Undead Society is with us tonight. What's up, Undead Society? Freddy Krueger versus Art the Clown. Who wins that fight? See, that's a really tough question to answer because I feel like we know a lot about Freddy Krueger. We don't know a lot about Art yet. He's a very mysterious little guy. He's a goofy little guy, but he's also very mysterious. I don't know what's going on with him, I feel like we're going to have some answers in Terrifier 3 as to who or what he is. But we don't know his full potential. We know that he can't die, but like Freddy Krueger also can't die, dude. Like I've seen all those movies and they come up with all these wild ways to kill Freddy. He's always back in the next one, Freddy's dead? No, he's not. Come on, part 6. You don't know shit, dog. Freddy's coming back. He's killing all them Elm Street kids. I don't know what to tell you. Crazy shit, though. I think because we don't know that much about Art the Clown, and he's just effortlessly come back to life. In fact, in Terrifier 2, he kind of doesn't care when he dies. Like, he's kind of like, okay, this is the end of this killing spree. He even cocks his neck back like this. Like, yeah, right there. There you go, Sienna. I think my man's a little more confident and cockier than Freddy Krueger. So I'm going to say Art the Clown wins simply because there might be... Art the Clown knows more than we do. That's where I'm going with this, I would say. I think Art's going to win that battle just because he has even crazier powers than what we know about, is my guess. For the love of rock. For the love of rock. God, I love doing that. Saying, hell, if we are bringing dead ghost faces back, then bring them all back in one movie. All ghost faces versus Sam, Tara, and Sydney. You just want, like, we're pitching an action movie at this point. We're pitching John Wick Scream. I love it, though. I love it for the love of rock. Just all the ghost faces, zombie Jill, zombie Stu going after Sam, Tara, and Sydney. Be crazy. MKS Unicorn. By the way, welcome to the channel. I don't know if I said that or not, but welcome. Thanks for being here. Saying, what's your favorite horror movie and who's your favorite horror character? I love The Fly to death. Some of my favorite things about horror movies, which, you know what? This is going to be a weird thing to admit. I don't care. I love a good romance in a horror movie, especially a tragic one. And my God, The Fly is a tragic one if I've ever seen it. It's written very well between the two characters. It's great. It's, this is a weird thing to say, but it's like, it's very sexy, but it's also very tragic. It's two things that just, it's highs and lows of a relationship and all in one movie. I love it. I think it's horrifying. It's great shit. Awesome. My favorite horror character, that's so tough, dude. There's so many good ones. In terms of slasher, I love Art the Clown, dude. I mean, Art the Clown does it for me every single time. He cracks me up. I also think I'm a little biased because I just love the people who came up with him. Damien Leone is a sweetheart. David Howard Thornton is so fucking funny. Like, genuinely one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. Had the pleasure of hanging out with the dude like twice last year, which was awesome. Man, I don't know. I love every person I've met from Terrifier 2, from who was in Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 1. So kind, unbelievably humble. I don't even know what to say. Jenna Cannell from the first Terrifier. I had a wonderful conversation with her about just the industry last March, and it was wonderful. I learned so much from her, like in one sitting. She was telling me about like what it's like working for Marvel too, which I thought was such an interesting conversation. I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about those people. They've supported this page. I can't say, I don't know. I can't say nothing but good things. They support other people's pages too. Like they support a bunch of horror pages, man. That's so cool. Like, listen, I love the Screamcast, don't get me wrong, but you don't see Courtney Cox out here saying, that we watched a movie guy, he's pretty cool. I don't know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Damien Leone's out here doing that shit, dude. He's going the extra mile. I appreciate that. Chase reviews movies. What's up, Chase? How's it going, man? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Jake, tons of really good movies to come. One of my favorites of last year that flew under the radar was Suitable Flesh. Dude, I just watched this movie. Really weird, but super gory and good. I loved Suitable Flesh. This is the kind of cheesy that does it for me, man. I don't know what it is, but there's cheesy that works. There's cheesy that doesn't work for me. Like it is two different things, and I really can't differentiate the two. It is so tough for me to say what works for me sometimes and what doesn't. Suitable Flesh is B-movie cheese that works for me from start to finish. That is a crazy fucking movie, and I recommend it. Dude, I did not see this before I made my 2023 ranking video talking about all the movies I saw. But dude, if I had, this would have been very close to my top 10. Like this probably would have been like number 10, number 9. Because fuck, Suitable Flesh was awesome. I had a blast with this movie. The cast is amazing. Heather Graham, Barbara Crampton, couldn't think of her name. And the kid from The Babysitter, if you guys saw that movie, Judah Lewis, I believe his name is. All great. Like all of them across the board give great performances. It's so over the top and kind of takes place in the same universe as Reanimator, interestingly enough. So if you love Reanimator, you will fucking dig Suitable Flesh, for sure. So check that one out. Chase, I couldn't agree more, man. Banger. Absolute banger. Super gory, super good, super weird. And how can we complain about that? The Field of Screams podcast. We're screaming in a field, baby. What's up? What's up? How's it going? Just joined your Patreon. Thank you, dude. Keep up the good work. P.S. Have you ever seen Incantation? It's pretty underrated, in my opinion. My friend, if you were the person who joined this weekend, I saw your message and I'm so sorry. I was unable to get to it. But I'm going to message you back. I really appreciate that. That means a whole lot to me. Thank you. I will get to that ASAP. So yes, thank you for that, dude. Really appreciate that. And have I ever seen Incantation? It's pretty underrated. I really have no opinion on the film because I fell asleep very late watching this one. I wanted to put this on my 2023 rankings because I had heard some interesting things about it. Heard back and forth reviews. Some people really liked it. I got 20 minutes into it and fell asleep. That is not a reflection of the film, though. I was exhausted that day. I specifically remember the summer night I was watching this, and I passed the fuck out. But I'm gonna watch this. Kind of forgot about it. I'm gonna watch it because you recommended it to me, my friend. I'm gonna give it a good look-see, as they say. But thank you for that, my friend. I love your podcast name, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, haven't listened to an episode yet. I'm gonna change that real soon here. Field of Screams podcast. Give it a listen. Radio DJ KJJ here, talking about Field of Screams. I should just quit my job and be a radio DJ. I think that's what I should do. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at with life. Should drop everything, be a radio DJ. Anyways, T. Sean is saying, have you seen the Grudge American movies? I've seen the originals. I've seen the American ones. I really love both. I really don't know which one I like more. The original, The Grudge, Juwan, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. But oh my God, so good. Like, you can't find it anywhere. I had to buy it on YouTube. It's like the only digital movie I own. But my God, I love that movie to death. In my opinion, the very best use of sound design that I've ever seen, besides Blowout, which that's a whole different story. The very best use of sound design in a horror flick I've ever seen is in the original The Grudge. The remake's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. That's Sam Raimi, Ghost House Pictures Grudge movie, fantastic. That's probably the one you have seen, but I highly recommend watching the original because the sound design is just, I mean, I've never heard something better. It's so fucking creepy. And the thing about it is, if you look up an image, this is so important to me, I'm pulling it up. I don't care. If you look up an image from this film, it does not look that impressive. Like, I'll be completely honest. I'm looking this up. I don't care. Like, this is so important to me. You guys have to see this. I'm going to show you an image from this movie, and it's not that creepy, right? It like, okay, it's just a kid with like white, he's just got like ghost paint basically on him to make him look a certain way. It's not that creepy of a visual, but the sound design it makes it terrifying. Like the ending shot of that movie gives me fucking nightmares. and I do this for a living, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, I'm throwing this up on the screen. Okay, so here's our little ghost boy from the movie, right? That's what he looks like. Doesn't look okay, not that scary, right? Nothing that crazy. That's one of the most terrifying scenes in film. I'm gonna be honest. That is like that scene that I just showed you right there, horrifying. Gave me nightmares as an adult man. Jesus Christ. So good. But dude, I also love the American movies too. Don't get me wrong. They're great. They're also great. Very fun movies for sure. But fuck, man. I don't know. I've never been so terrified. I really have never been so terrified by a movie. Top 10 scariest movies of all time. The original Grudge is on there. I think it's great. Okay, anyway, sorry. Little rant is over, I promise. Any good Valentine's Day horror recommendations? Kiki, I highly recommend go and check out Lisa Frankenstein in the theaters. It's not doing so well, but I think it's a really fun and underrated movie. Listen, is this a movie that is going to be a 10 out of 10, going to blow you away? No. But if you love movies like Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice, you are going to absolutely fucking love Lisa Frankenstein. It is a love letter to these like Tim Burton horror comedies from the 80s and 90s that I just loved it. I thought it was so much fun. It was a really fun movie for people who are nostalgic for those films. And I remember seeing Beetlejuice. I remember seeing all those movies like when I was younger and being like, these are so fun. Oh, I love this. I love the campy, macabre kind of feel that these movies have. Lisa Frankenstein's got that, but it's got like a teenage angst twist to it a little bit that I really liked about it. It's a bit messy. The editing is like wildly choppy, but like, I don't care. It was so fun. I had a blast with it. Kind of reminded me of Renfield from last year. Kind of had like, not the same vibe, but like a similar approach. You know, it has that modern feel. It has like a more modern feel to it, but it's also like 80s set. So like you might get a little nostalgia there. I thought that was fun. There's an REO Speedwagon song in it too, which I'm a big REO Speedwagon guy. Don't know if you guys like that band or if I'm just sounding super lame right now, but goddamn. Great stuff though. MKS Unicorns. This is a can of worms that you don't want to crack open. What's my least favorite horror movie? You don't want me to start talking about House Shark, okay? You get me talking about House Shark, I'm going to talk about it the whole goddamn time. That's all I'm saying. House Shark, don't watch it. Ella's saying, I feel the ignoring though. It doesn't feel good, but Jake is trying his best. Really hope your comment gets noticed, Paula. Paula, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. I'm going back up, Paula. You're getting that feeling too. And Paula, I'm so sorry. I really try to get to everybody. With so many people in the chat here, I try to get to everybody, but I can only do my best. Only do my best here. Paula, if you got something, I got you. Whatever the next thing you throw out in the chat, we're throwing it to you. What ends up happening for me is like, I'll go on a rant or something. I'll see someone's comment, has me doing something, and then like I got to scroll ahead. Like I'm like, oh man, crazy shit. And then I miss stuff. So I'm really sorry, Paula. Jake, how are you? Paula, I'm fantastic. How are you doing, Paula? Are you doing good? Are you doing good out there? You enjoying your time here? I hope you are. I hope you're enjoying my crazy dumb rants, which I'll admit, they're very dumb. And Paula, I'm a little dumb too, so I'm sorry I couldn't get to your comment as fast as I would like to. But you know what, Paula, let me ask you this. What's the movie that's coming up this year that you're the most excited for? I'm very curious because, I'm excited for a lot of movies. But there's a lot of movies this year where I'm either hella excited for them, like they're like top of the list, I'm like, I gotta see this, or at the very bottom, where I'm just like, no interest. There's like no in between this year for me personally. It is one side of the spectrum or the other. Imaginary, I have like, I don't know, just nothing, no excitement for it. But the Wolfman, from Lee Winnell, I'm hyped. I'm into it. I'm going for it. I'm gonna be there day one. Terrifier 3, I'm losing my mind. I'm counting the days. I'm crossing them off every single day, and I'm like, we're one day closer. We're almost there. I need my Art the Clown fix right now, ladies and gentlemen. So Paula, I'm so sorry I was ignoring you. I wasn't ignoring you, but throw something out there in the chat. I want to say hey. I want to say hey to old Paula. Paula's saying, I have never seen A Quiet Place, but I want to see day one. The best part about day one is you don't have to see the other movies, but there are connections to the other films. And I don't want to say what if you haven't seen them. Actually, this isn't a spoiler. There's a character in Day One that is also in Part 2. So that's not a spoiler. So you can go into Day One not watching the other two, but if I were you, I would check out Parts 1 and Part 2 before you get into this one, because I feel like they're probably going to give us something, you know, some kind of tidbit as to what's happening in the next part. Because there's a Part 3 that's been announced, and I believe is coming out in 2025, but I think I just read a headline about that being delayed at some point. Very recently, I want to hear, I feel like I heard that recently, but I'm not 100% sure. Day One looks like a lot of fun. I haven't, I really don't know too much about it besides that it's clearly, you know, Day One of the apocalypse in this universe. Oh, that's weird. I'm excited for it though, nonetheless. It looks like fun. Got a great cast too. Joseph Quinn and Lupita Nyong'o. I always feel like I'm pronouncing her last name wrong, but she's an amazing actress, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Paul is saying, and is it possible that Danny is related to Kieran or Mickey? Ooh. Are we talking about Danny Johnson? Are we talking about the Dead by Daylight Ghostface killer? Because if so, I fucking love that idea. Yes. If you're talking about, we had a connection to Mickey in Red Right Hand, which featured Danny Johnson. That whole thing, we were trying to have like a little bit of a red herring there with with Corvus's character, which I don't know if we were super effective on that or not, but it was fun. It was a fun little thing to write, have a little connection to the movies. Oh, Danny from Scream 6. I'm just being so full of myself, Paula. Danny, is he related to Kieran or Mickey? That's a great question. He's got kind of a Mickey look to him, doesn't he? I would say I could see that being possible. Danny, before Scream 6 came out, I was sure. I was like 100% sure that Danny was our Ghostface killer this time around. And I was wrong. I was very wrong. But he was a decent red herring. I'm not going to lie. The fact that he had played a killer before in other movies, I was like convinced. I was like, dude, my man's dead. My man is Ghostface and he's going to die. Like, oh shit, this is going to be Richie 2.0. And thankfully they didn't do that, but I don't know, man. Danny gives me some killer vibes. If he comes back for the next one, which I think is unlikely considering the core 4 is not going to be there, I could totally see him potentially being a killer. Hollywood Guy is joining us as well, who's been a member for 8 months. Welcome in, Hollywood Guy. Appreciate you. Waiting for Blood and Honey 2? Okay, I'm not. Damn, what the sauce, the nerve you had to just throw that out there like that, Hollywood Guy. I love it. Dude, like I was told that it was going to come out this week, and I don't believe it is. Kind of weird. I was hearing it was coming out on Friday, and I don't believe it is now. I don't know what's going on with that, dude. I'm going to be honest, it's hard for me to even look that up because I care so little. But I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch it when it comes out. Your boy's going to do a review. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. We'll see it when it comes out, I guess. But Blood and Honey, man. Hollywood Guy, thanks for being a member for 8 months, by the way. I really appreciate your support. Hollywood Guy's always coming in here supporting the page, too. So means a lot, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Olaf the Snowman is currently melting because it's getting warmer outside, saying everything gets delayed these days. It does, man. They're always just announcing release dates before they actually, have something ready to show. Crazy. I don't understand that. Kind of nuts in my opinion. But I hope that, whatever happens with this and the Quiet Place franchise has a history of delays. I hope that whatever's going on with Part 3, that they get it all figured out, and they give us a good product. I enjoy the first 2 movies, but, another thing I wanted to throw out there is like, I really had no urge to rewatch them. I don't know. Not that they're bad. I have nothing really negative to say about them. I thought they were really interesting movies, but man, I don't know. I just have had, they're on my shelf. I've never watched them once. I bought both of them. Like when they came out, I was like, oh, I love those movies. I got to buy them. I haven't watched them. Haven't watched them again. I'll probably watch them before Day 1 comes out, just to get a fresh take on it. I pretty much remember what happened, but want to be 100% there. We'll see. Paul is saying I wouldn't mind seeing someone from the series join Scream 7, like Kieran, like you were talking about before. I wonder, this is something I've wanted to make a video about for a long time. I've only seen the series once. I've only gone through it once. I guess I just don't love it as much as I love the movies. But I've heard a lot of people talk about this. Like, can they merge those two stories together? I think so, especially with Kirby Reed being an FBI agent who's like going after ghostface killers. Why not? You know, I don't feel like that's too far of a stretch. There were some beloved characters from that show too, so why not? Like I said, I got to do a rewatch of the show before I'm like 100% like, yeah, they can totally merge those things, because maybe there's something in there that's like, no, that I just forgot about. The big thing I remember about the show is, you know, the mask being different is a little weird. It kind of takes you out of the whole Scream vibe, but it's cool. It's whatever. It's a little more generic than the Scream mask, but I vibe with it. And the kills were actually pretty exceptional. Like, the kills in there are kind of better than some of the movies. Hot take. Which I was like, ooh, damn. I really like the twist in season 2. I'm not crazy about the other twists. Like, I was like, okay, you know, whatever. Twist in season 2, really appreciated that though. I was like, okay, all right, I like that. That was worth my time. I vibed with that. Ethan Kirsch is said to return. Him and Stu just surviving that TV. Nope. No one's being killed by that TV, man. I love it. Field of Screams podcast is saying, thanks, man. Had my first experimental live stream over the weekend and ran into a few problems. Really messy beginning. Feel free to visit the channel anytime, though, buddy. Listen, if you think everyone's got messy beginnings, my friend, I'll tell you what, my first live stream on here is probably ass. I haven't gone back and rewatched it, and there's probably good reason for that, too. So, my first Scream video was fucking terrible. I was like, Sydney should be the killer, man. It was horrible. I was trying to be edgy. It's garbage, man. Garbage video. But you get there. You know, you just keep working. You get up there, man. So keep going. Don't stop. Don't get discouraged. Make the channel you want to make, my friend. Run it back. Thank you for being here, Field of Screams. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jamie Hill is a channel member. What's up, Jamie? How's it going? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Saying, I'm thinking about an idea to create the prequel to Skinamarink. What's your prequel idea for that? I'm just curious. It's not a movie that I feel is devoid of story, but there's just not a whole lot of jumping points, I guess is my point. So I'm curious what your prequel idea is. I'm one of those weirdos who really liked Skinamarink. I know there's a lot of people out there who were like, it's just floors and ceilings. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was crazy. Genuinely one of the only movies from last year to scare me too. I was like, okay, all right, that got me a few times. That was pretty cool. That the ending of Skinamarink is one of the scariest things I've seen in the 2020s, like by far. That, oh my God, like goosebumps on my skin. I was like, I am upset. I need to leave the theater right now. Whew. Honestly, like I don't really get scared by a lot of movies anymore. It takes a lot to do that for me. The only two movies that really like fuck me up from last year was Beau is Afraid and Skinamarink. Those two movies scared the shit and piss out of me. Genuinely. That was too much. That's too much for old Jake. But throw it out there, Jamie. I'm curious. Jamie's saying, I want the audience to understand who I was, why my family is what it is. Is that... We're still talking Skinamarink? Are you getting in character here? Is that what's happening? I vibe with it. I love it. Put the knife in your eye thing too is, oh, that's freaky. Oh, love it. What a creepy ass movie. Paul is saying Kieran may have been a killer, but I had a huge crush on the guy. I mean, look, he might be a killer, but he's still hot. That's okay. I loved Emma, Noah, and a couple of others. Is that okay? No, I'm just fucking with you. I agree. Emma and Noah, really good characters, really good stuff all around. You know, I think my big thing about the show, my biggest thing about it is like, yes, there are some standout characters for sure, but there's a lot of like, you know, just characters, especially season 3. Like season 3's got a lot of just, okay, you know, whatever. Not a whole lot of love for this character. I will say, like, one of my favorite characters in all 3 of the seasons, though, is Keke Palmer in season 3. I feel as if she was wasted. I would love to see Keke Palmer in a Scream movie. That would be so awesome. Oh my God. Like, she's just a wonderful actress that I feel like a lot of people forget about. I don't know. She shines in every role I have ever seen her in. And she's hilarious in real life, too. Like, one of my favorite celebrities to follow over on the interwebs, the social medias. I love her. I think she's amazing. Only love for Keke around here. Noah Atkinson is with us tonight too. What's up, what's up? Hey Jake, please hear me out on this. Tom Holland and Zendaya for Scream 7 as high school friends of Tara, Chad, Mindy, which they are colleagues as new legacy characters. You know what? If they can afford to get Tom and Zendaya, run it back. Run it back. Love them. Love them to death. You know, I love Zendaya, but there's a lot of movies she's in that I'm not crazy about. Dune is not for me. I don't know who Dune is for, but it is not for me, man. I don't know. I love Star Wars. I love sci-fi. I love alien shit and all that. I just can't get into Dune, man. I want to like it so bad. And I don't know, man. There was one really cool thing that happens in that whole movie for me personally. And the rest of it is just, I don't know, not what I was expecting, I guess. I've never seen the original one either, though. So, like, I'm kind of like, I'm sure there's people who are, like, crazy about the lore who, like, loved that movie. That's my guess. But I don't know. You know, I don't know enough about the books, the original movie, the new one, to really talk about it, I guess. Jumpscare TV is saying, whoever likes Skinamarink will like We're All Going to the World's Fair. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I totally saw that. That's from Jane... What's her name? Jane something. I can't remember, but she's got a new movie coming out. We're All Going to the World's Fair is really creepy, really disturbing. I feel like, you know, this was a movie we were talking about earlier. You know, you don't get every movie you watch on the first watch. This is a movie I need to watch again because I feel like I didn't get the ending. I feel like I was missing something there because the ending I feel like was really not satisfying. And, you know, I'm not saying the ending was like bad, like, oh, it's a really tragic ending. No, I love tragic endings. I guess I didn't get it. You know, I was kind of like, why did it end that way? It felt like we ended it right in the middle of the story, you know? But We're All Going to the World's Fair. Very interesting movie. It's shot gorgeously, performed really well, has some super creepy images in it for sure, too. An interesting movie. If you like Skinamarink, I agree. I would recommend that one, dude. Cool. Queric is saying, yeah, fuck, dude. Okay, shit. Okay, so there's hate for that movie. Okay. I didn't know. Damn, Queric V. I see what's going on, man. I see what's up. Wicker Sticks Cinema is saying, Jake, do you have a favorite Hicksploitation horror film? An example would be Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes, Devil's Rejects, X, Wrong Turn, Wolf Creek, etc. A favorite from this subgenre. Very interesting. I mean, dude, you know, does it get better than Texas Chainsaw from what you just listed? Come on. What I will say is I'm going through a Rob Zombie kick right now, and I just love House of a Thousand Corpses. I love that movie so much. It hurts how much love I have for that film. I'm in a little like Discord group with like a bunch of internet friends, and we brought that movie up the other day, and I love it. It's so good. I love Devil's Rejects too. It's probably a superior film, but House of a Thousand Corpses is like this descent into madness, and I love every second of it. Whew! Very good stuff there. But Texas Chainsaw, I feel like is objectively my answer, but my like, oh, right now, what my bias is, House of a Thousand Corpses, baby. Love that film. Love that film so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off here in a sec, but I just want to say I have been having a very tough day. I had a very tough day, and I had some weird shit. I had some weird shit happen today, and you guys make my day better every single time. Every single time I come on here. Thank you. This has been so much fun to just not think about crazy shit going on and just like bullshit about horror. Y'all are the best. Seriously. Y'all make my fucking day so much better. I love going live. You guys make my day so much better. Just talking about horror movies, escaping the horrors of reality, as they say. Because MKS Unicorn is our newbie here, I'm going to talk about them real quick. And I also see that Villain Killin' Dylan is also hanging out with us too. I want to say hi to a few more of these people. Saying, hey, Jack, that's me. If you could make your own horror movie, what would it be? Well, you know, MKS Unicorn, I'm pitching my first original idea very soon here, where I just got word that we're filming it in April at some point. It's an original idea for me, not a fan film. It's an original slasher idea that I've had that, well, not for a long time. I've been cooking it up basically for, you know, six months or so right now. And I'm finally at a place where I'm happy with the script. So we're going to be shooting this thing soon, and over the summer, you guys should see a little proof of concept for it. I want to make it into a whole feature-length film, hopefully at some point, and I'm very excited for you guys to see it. There's not much I can say about it now, but I think it's a brand new take on slashers. I think. And, you know, that was the goal with this project, was I want to do a slasher movie that's never been done before. And it's a very, very tall order, man. There's a lot of slasher movies, a lot of ideas that have been cooked up. This is an idea that I genuinely have never seen before. Something that is, I think has never been done. At least I think. And I'm very excited to do it, to commit to it. I'm worried because it's a complicated idea. But it's an idea that I'm very proud of. We have worked out the kinks. We have had endless conversations about, will this work? Will this not work? And I think we've finally figured it out. We've finally gotten this down to a place where I'm like, I'm happy with this, and this is going to be cool. So you guys will get a taste of, you know, who this slasher villain is, what their MO is, which I like I said, I believe is something original. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe there's a movie out there that exists already that is this, but I've gone through the popular ones. I've gone through a lot of the, you know, the bigger slasher movies. I don't believe this has been done before, and I'm very excited to bring it to life, to show you guys what we've been working on. So I'm really excited, and you'll have that answer soon, I guess is my point. Couple of months. Got to wait a little while while we get this thing going. Sarah Campbell has just gifted a KillJoy Jake membership. Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate you. Means a whole lot. All the love. Thank you. Who ended up getting that? Don Keenum was gifted a membership by Sarah Campbell. Hell yeah, Don. Welcome to the fold, my friend. Welcome. VKD is saying, give us a hint. I can't. You're not talking about the thing that I was just talking about, are you? Oh, shit. Give us a hint. I can't say anymore. I've already given you some clues. So, you know, it's holiday based. It's a holiday based slasher. It's something that I think is new, something fresh, and it's a slasher. So there you go. That's the three things I can give you. Elm Street's Last Brad. What's up, dog? I'm so sorry. I'm signing off already, which sucks, man. But thanks for being here, man. Thanks for showing up for the ending. I appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow to talk a little Terrifier. But as you know, we get off the rails every now and then. We talk about pretty much whatever the heck is going on out there. So come on over tomorrow night at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be talking a little Terrifier. That'll be the main focus of the conversation, but you know how it goes. Field of Screams podcast is saying, if your film involves a turkey, that was done in Thanksgiving, so just a heads up. I gotta rework the whole damn thing. Damn! No, I'm so kidding. That's really funny, though. I have seen Thanksgiving more times than I'm willing to admit to. That's what I'll say. It's really funny to me. I love it. Kyle Israel is also here with us tonight. Thanks for showing up right at the end here, Kyle. Saying, I started playing Texas Chainsaw the game. It's so hard. It's hard, but it's fun. Oh, dude, I love it. I vibe with it big time. Texas Chainsaw was a lot of fun. Very Dead by Daylight inspired for sure. Dead by Daylight's been my game recently. That and COD. Love those two. Marley Kai saying, I think he was asking to give us a hint of what happened to your day. Oh, what happened with my day? I had a rough morning. just a rough start to my morning. Just some weird stuff. We got through it though. Little things, you know, I let the little things bug me sometimes. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with tonight. Don't let the little stuff bug you. Get past it. Get to the good stuff. Only love, you know, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You got to love. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you guys. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out, and thank you for 22,000 subscribers. Oh my God.